Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Gladiator 2000. This is going to be another Adrian mention. I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I really love this flick. I'm at Firestone in Millbrae, California, getting a new battery, getting a complete auto inspection and a wheel alignment before I take it to the auto body shop tomorrow, which I'm not looking forward to. Getting an estimate on that. Anyways, there goes my financial goal from last year. All my emergency funds are sitting there waiting for the auto body shop. Not all of it, but a tiny portion of it, I should say. Fortunately. Anyways, I have to deal with the consequences of last week. Not a good thing. Not something that I'm looking forward to tomorrow, but something that I have to deal with if I want to give my car to my son in a couple years. He's going to be 15, ready to drive. But I mentioned Derek Jacobi. There's also David Hemmings from Deep Red. And Joaquin Phoenix from Quills. I'm not too familiar with Russell Crowe or the other actress who plays Joaquin Phoenix's sister. But I wasn't too impressed by their acting skills, even though Russell Crowe got an Academy Award. I think this movie got tons of Academy nominations and made a ton of money. It was very popular, and which is why I try to avoid it. We like to review the least popular movies on this channel. Not the most popular, but like I said, I enjoy ancient Roman entertainment. This was no exception. Cinematography was great. Had some great actors. I think Russell Crowe and that other actress were kind of overrated, though. And got the Roman corruption, the body parts flying all over the place, blood all over the place. It starts out with Russell Crowe as a Roman general who's close to the Roman emperor, and he wants to restore the Republic, although he's expanding his empire at an alarming rate. It's like an imperial overstretch or something. I don't know how they're able to beat the barbarians with with their army stretched so thin, but Russell Crowe manages to do it because he's Russell Crowe. And then the dying emperor wants Russell Crowe to be next in line. He spurns his own son, his own flesh and blood, played by Joaquin Phoenix, who's kind of like a mix between Caligula and Nero, because he's got an incestuous, he wants to impregnate his sister. Like Caligula. Oh, excuse me. Man. I think I had too much energy drink today, sorry. But oh, and then he's got the conniving thing going, killing his own father, just like Nero did with Claudius, I think, going after his own flesh and blood. So after defeating the barbarians, the dying emperor wants Russell Crowe to restore the Republic as the next emperor. spurning his son, Joaquin Phoenix. And Joaquin Phoenix confronts his father, and he ends up giving him a bear hug, killing him somehow. Don't ask me how. Oh, this is a Ridley Scott movie, by the way. And then he's about to kill Russell Crowe, and Russell Crowe manages to escape somehow. After all, he's Russell Crowe, and he goes back to meet his family, and they've been crucified off camera. You just see their legs dangling there. And then Russell Crowe collapses, and Oliver Reed, the slave trader, picks him up. They go to some flea bag town because there isn't much Colosseum action happening in Rome, so they go to another town, and they force Russell Crowe to be a gladiator. And he shows off his skills. And then the emperor wants to do the bread and circus thing. He wants to bring that back. The Joaquin Phoenix emperor. So Russell Crowe wears the helmet, and he ends up slaying all these chariots and stuff. And then he wins over the mob, the crowd. You actually see the Romans throwing bread at the crowd, loaves of bread. And supposedly Ridley Scott hired a bunch of historians so that it would be somewhat historically accurate, I guess. And so the emperor goes out in the arena, and he says, "Take off your helmet, say your name." So he says, "I'm Maximus whatever, the general who turned into a slave and had his family killed and wants revenge." Yeah, it's cold out here. It's windy, and I'm in the shade. Anyways, it's about 59 Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it was warm last week, and then all of a sudden Monday it just started to get cold. So the emperor Joaquin Phoenix, he wants to kill the gladiator, but he's really popular, so he has to kind of be tricky about it, I guess. And they want to put some kind of poisonous snake in his bed or something, but for some reason that doesn't happen. And meantime, Joaquin Phoenix, Emperor's sister, is collaborating with Derek Jacobi, Roman senator, who doesn't stutter in this one, by the way. And Russell Crowe wants his loyal army back to take back Rome and hand it over to Derek Jacobi. But Joaquin Phoenix's nephew tells him what's going on with the conspiracy, and so they capture Russell Crowe. And there's a final battle scene between the emperor and the gladiator, and would have been nice to see how the political situation changed in Rome after the final battle scene, but I guess they ran out of time. It was pretty enjoyable though, 2 hours long, and I enjoyed all of it. So thanks for mentioning that, Adrian. And I've got The Last American Virgin, which is another Adrian mention. I'll try to get to that later this week. But fortunately, I got a half day off, so I finished up Gladiator. That was a long disc. Had some bonus features, but nothing too time-consuming. Last video I did was Shame. Oh man, that had a 72-minute documentary on Ingmar Bergman, plus interviews with Ingmar Bergman and Liv Ullmann. Ingmar Bergman interviews were very boring, in my opinion. I much preferred the Liv Ullmann interviews, and her English is better than Ingmar Bergman's English, by the way. So, anyways, cool. When you get that review in, I'll upload it now later.